Hi and welcome back to today's morning report on Tuesday the 6th of January with me, Rich Perry, market analyst at Handtech Markets. Let's have a look at cable, and we've just had the UK services PMI come out, and it's been a very disappointing number, and it's dropped to 55.8 from 58.5 expected, so that's a big miss, and what we're subsequently seeing is a big selling pressure on cable. We just in the last couple of minutes we've broken below that 52 big figure support that we had been holding through yesterday, and it certainly looks like cable is breaking back to the downside once again. That breakdown is now at a multi-month low that dates back to Q3 last year, and we're now sort of back into the realms of moving towards 51 big figure, but ultimately it just doesn't really look as though we're going to be doing anything other than coming back towards that 48 figure area, which was that key low back from July 2013. All the technical indicators on cable are negative, big downtrend, all the moving averages in bearish sequence. You've now got, I would say you'd probably, this is quite a long way up, to be honest. 55.60 is where you see that 21-day moving average, which has been a very good basis of resistance. What we're seeing is momentum indicators all bearish. RSI continues. I mean, that is a pretty good instance of a bearish configuration on the RSI. For all the rallies come up towards 50 and then fall over. So you'd be looking at whether you'd be questioning, I suppose, whether you'd be chasing this one lower, because you are actually back below 30 on the RSI now, and every time you sort of in the last 3 or 4 months, every time you've gone back below 30, you've had an element of support that's come in. So chasing this one lower may not be the best plan, but certainly the momentum indicators are all looking bearish. MACD lines turning lower, stochastics very bearish, and I think further downside will be seen. Whether we see it straight away or not, I think that we've just had obviously this PMI data for the UK come out, and very disappointingly. This is now back on the hourly chart, and I suppose that basically with the momentum indicators, which had sort of unwound and are now starting to turn lower, that the bearish outlook remains intact for the near term. So there is still the potential, I think, for further downside in this at the moment, and I think that given the fact that the RSI 27, I mean, that is bearish, but doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to stop. I mean, back in September, for example, we did have the RSI back towards 12, and although that was around the time of the the Scottish referendum vote, but still we had the RSI back much or significantly more lower than we've got it at the moment. So do you wait for a rally and miss out on potential downside? Well, maybe, because I think it is still quite weak, but it depends on how the market reacts, I think, to this 52 figure loss, because it's just still playing around with the 52 figure. It's now 51.94. If it starts to confirm that break by pushing lower in the next hour or so, I think that maybe that could signal further downside towards that 51 level quite quickly. So I think you need to be watching out for this 52 figure and the reaction around it, because you may get a bit of an unwind first of all. So the resistance levels you need to look out for, 52.73 initially, and then 53 up 53.20. So 70 or 80 pips to the upside is basically where you've got the resistance. So you could still get an intraday technical rally, I think, before you get that sell-off. It's perfectly possible. So maybe just wait around to see how this support, the reaction to the loss of this support at 52 figure takes hold. It is just consolidating at the moment. Anyway, I wish you good luck in your trading today on cable, and I will speak to you later.